One hot GYAL Shamoya on the app. This is the life I deserve. Broke men better clear the way when they see me coming.
Shamoya was living the dream she had always wanted. Victor showered her with gifts. He took her shopping in Paris. He flew her first class to Dubai. She stayed in luxury hotels. She wore expensive designer clothing. She posted glamorous photos online. To everyone watching, her life looked perfect. She believed she had won, but appearances can be deceiving. Victor had a dark side, a very dark side.
Victor became jealous, controlling, and emotionally abusive toward Shamoya. He constantly accused her of cheating, humiliated her in public, and started arguments everywhere they went. Although Shamoya had chosen to be loyal, Victor's insecurity blinded him. Fearing he would lose her, he pushed her away with distrust and cruelty. After their first major fight, Victor bought Shamoya a brand new pink G-Wagon, something she had always wanted. He promised he would never lay a hand on her again. To make up for the pain he had caused, he showered her with expensive gifts, flew her to Dubai and Paris, and gave her everything money could buy. Although the relationship made her uncomfortable, Shamoya stayed. She had grown accustomed to the luxury and didn't want to return to the life she had before. She didn't want to work, struggle, or give up the comfort she now enjoyed. While Victor spent time with other women, Shamoya filled her days shopping for designer clothes, beauty products, and lavish accessories. She traveled on private jets and lived a life many people dreamed of. Yet beneath the glamour, she was deeply unhappy. The wealth and luxury could not heal her broken heart. What she thought would be a better future had slowly become a painful and lonely disaster. Shamoya became so caught up in her luxurious lifestyle that she forgot the people who had always been there for her. She rarely thought about her mother, who had struggled for years to raise her, send her to school, and care for both her and her sister. Her mother never wanted money, just a simple phone call. Shamoya also lost touch with her childhood friend, Livity, and stopped communicating with those she once loved. She never returned to Jamaica, never visited her mother, sister, friends, or the community of St. Thomas. In chasing wealth and luxury, she slowly forgot where she came from. For 5 long years, Shamoya's mother waited, prayed, and hoped to see her again. Though there were no visits or calls, she wished her daughter success, happiness, and a life guided by God. Shamoya seemed to be living the dream. One day, she noticed strange spots, bumps, and red blemishes appearing on her skin. Thinking it was a minor beauty issue, she bought expensive skincare products and changed her routine. She had no idea that something far more serious was happening inside her body. Weeks later, she became violently ill. She suffered from nausea, vomiting, headaches, and severe stomach cramps. One night, the pain became unbearable. Desperate, she called Victor and begged him to come home. As usual, he dismissed her, telling her to stop bothering him and go to sleep. Unable to endure the pain any longer, Shamoya called an ambulance. At the hospital, doctors ran several tests. Hours later, a doctor entered her room with devastating news. Through tears, he informed her that she had tested positive for HIV. Shamoya was shattered. When she told Victor, he showed no sympathy. Instead, he coldly ended the relationship and told her to move out. Knowing he had been unfaithful with multiple women, Shamoya realized he had never cared about her well-being. Heartbroken but determined to survive, she decided to begin treatment and rebuild her life, despite the pain and betrayal she had endured. Shamoya returned to Jamaica carrying the weight of her choices. Deep down, she knew people would judge her. She knew the community would talk, especially those who had doubted her from the beginning. But Mama Joy's love never changed. She welcomed her daughter with open arms and held her in a warm embrace, the hug both mother and daughter had longed for years. Victor continued to live his life without a care in the world. He spent his days partying, womanizing, and throwing money around to impress different women. Even after learning that he was HIV positive, he continued pursuing women, especially those who were drawn to a flashy lifestyle. What Victor failed to realize was that every decision has consequences, and sooner or later, the life he was living would catch up with him in ways he never expected. I know many of you have been wondering what happened to Shamoy. Well, here is some good news. Shamoy married Shane, and together they built a beautiful life. They were blessed with 3 lovely daughters and a happy home filled with love and laughter. Shamoy became a successful lawyer, while Shane became a respected police officer. Despite her success, Shamoy never forgot Mama Joy. She cared for her mother dearly, making sure she was comfortable, loved, and appreciated. Promise kept. Slowly, Shamaya began changing. She stopped gossiping about people. She stopped chasing men for money. She stopped involving herself in unnecessary drama. Instead, she began helping Mama Joy around the house. Sometimes she even attended church with her mother. Shamoy and her husband visited every Sunday after church. No matter how busy they were, they make time for family. One evening, while they sat outside watching the sunset, Shamaya spoke quietly. "Mommy, I wasted so many years." Mama Joy sighed softly. "But you still have life. As long as you wake up breathing, God is giving you another chance." Tears filled Shamaya's eyes. "I wish I had listened a long time ago." Mama Joy smiled sadly. Some people learn through advice. Others learn through pain. Shamaya nodded quietly. Shamaya was deeply grateful for her family's love and support. They stood by her through every challenge, caring for her mental, physical, and emotional well-being, ensuring she never felt alone. Every night before sleeping, Mama Joy knelt beside her bed and thanked God. Not because life was perfect, but because both her daughters had finally found their way, one through wisdom and the other through hardship.